And we'll start today on our backs. And why don't we bring the soles of the feet together, the knees out to the side, and the arms out away from the body with the palms up. So really nice, open, receptive posture. And if you're able to close the eyes, then I invite you to do so now. And you can maybe start by feeling the buttocks on the ground, feeling the fleshy parts of the buttocks. And then maybe also feeling the bones sinking down. And then feel the bones of the shoulder blades on the ground, the backs of the arms, all the way to the hands. And then turn your attention to the front of your body, feeling the breath opening into the space that's created by this posture. Let's try to imagine that we're breathing all the way out to the knees. And then on the exhale, let the knees relax down toward the ground. And see if we can also imagine that we're breathing all the way up to the shoulders. And on the exhale, relax the shoulders into the ground. Breathing both down toward the knees and up toward the shoulders. And then continue to breathe deep and slow. And just lift your knees up. And then lift the feet up to the height of the knees, making like a tabletop with your shins. Press your belly into your back, pressing your back into the ground. And then I'm going to slowly lower the feet down without bending the knees any more than they're bent now. And try to keep the lower back pressing into the ground. So pushing the belly down toward the floor, lowering the heels down, keeping the right angle in the knees, and coming back up to starting position. So you'll notice as you lower the feet down, the lower back will want to come up away from the ground. And you're going to really work to prevent that from happening, pressing the lower back down as you lower the feet. Coordinate the movement with the breath. I'm not going to tell you whether to inhale or exhale as you lower. See what works for you. Okay, now same thing, but when you lower a little bit off to the side. So one of your feet probably won't touch the ground, and then come back to center and then lower to the other side. Still lowering both, probably just the heel corresponding to the side you're lowering to will touch. One more on each side. And then come center, hug the knees into the chest. Feel your belly relaxing. Breathing deeply in and out. And then release the hands to the ground. Some of you may want to bring your hands under your lower back for this. It both makes it easier and kind of makes it a little less of a strain on the lower back. So see what you want to do. We're just going to extend the legs out straight and hover them above the ground. And point and flex the feet. And release the legs down. Take a moment in Shavasana, letting everything relax, maybe parting the legs a little bit to bring a little more ease into the body. And just breathe into the belly, breathe into the heart. Beautiful. And then we're going to roll onto our right side, sending the right arm overhead, resting your head on your right arm. Send the left arm overhead, grab hold of the left wrist with the right hand, and pull long, and then reach out long through the left foot. So you might want to point, you might want to flex, see which gives you the better stretch. Extending that left leg out beyond the right leg while also pulling on the left arm. Breathing deep and slow. opening the side body with the breath. Okay, now release that left hand and grab hold of your left foot with your left hand and pull the heel to the buttock. And then at the same time, press your tailbone forward. So you're moving your tailbone toward your pubic bone. Okay, now bend your right knee and then kick your left foot back into your hand. Rolling that left shoulder open, breathe into the shoulder. Beautiful. Release and then roll over onto the other arm. You don't have to face me, you can just roll over. So we start with straight legs, head resting on the left arm, right arm overhead. Take hold of the wrist with the left hand. And then as you pull longer through that right arm, also stretch out further through the right foot. Long breath. And release the right hand. Take it to the right foot, pulling the heel toward the buttock, and then press the tailbone forward, like you're trying to bring your whole pelvis under you. And then bend that left knee. And then holding on to the ankle if you can, otherwise the foot is fine. Kick the right foot back. Kick it back so much that it rolls that right shoulder open. Breathe into the shoulder. So the foot just doesn't just kick back, but it kicks away from you so that it really stretches open that whole right side through the neck, through the shoulder. Beautiful. And then release the foot, roll over onto your belly. Bring your hands on either side of your chest. Curl your toes under. Bring your elbows in alongside your ribs. And we're going to try to lift up from here. If you can do it without your knees on the ground, great. If you can do it with your knees on your ground, great. Just pushing, 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 coming all the way up into a plank. And then we'll just bring the knees down and come onto hands and knees. Oh, there's me. I'm going to add you. Great. Okay. Thanks. So, for those of you who are wanting a gentler practice, you're going to exhale coming into cat and inhale coming into cow. Those of you who want a more rigorous practice, the hands will go in front of the shoulders, fingers spread wide. We'll exhale into downward dog. Inhale, flipping over to the tops of the feet, sending the shoulders back and the eyes up into upward dog. And if you want to work even harder, then you'll come into plank, exhale, lower and hover over the ground. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. And today I'm going to add one more layer of difficulty, which is you can inhale into plank, exhale and lower and hover, inhale into upward dog, and then come back into that hover before you push up into your downward dog. That's all on the exhale though. So find your own way. And then if you're doing a version with downward dog in it, the next time you come to downward dog, stay there. And if you're doing another version, on your next exhale, come into downward dog. And now, without bending the knees, press one heel down at a time. So it's kind of like your hips are stepping. You'll see one hip rises as the opposite heel lowers, going back and forth. Knees stay straight. Okay. Now we're going to lift the left leg up, flex the foot, press forward through the fingers, down into the right heel, and inhale and lift that left heel up higher without lifting the hip higher. So the hips are still level with each other. We're not rolling open the hip to face the left side. We're just lifting the heel. Good. So Ming, drop your right hip. Try to keep your hips level with each other and then lift the leg. So you won't go as high. Same with you, Michael. You're doing a different posture than what I'm suggesting. So sometimes I do have you open that hip to face the side. Today, we're not doing that. Both hips are level and we're just lifting that left heel. So it's kind of like a standing split almost. Drop the head, press forward into the fingers, back into that right heel. Good. And then inhale and look forward. Exhale, step that foot up in between the hands. Bring your back heel down on an angle and lift yourself up. to standing. Beautiful. Now imagine that there's a string connecting your tailbone to your left knee. And you're going to glide your left knee forward and it's going to take your tailbone with you. Beautiful. Now press back through your right thigh and really nail your heel into the ground. And keep your right thigh pressed back, but then aim your right hip for your left knee. Nice. Tuck the tailbone under. Send the arms up. Pull the shoulders down. Lift the chest. You can lift the gaze if you like. Breathing up, lifting the heart. Breathing down, breathing out, dropping down. Shoulders drop down, hips drop down. Beautiful. Bring the hands together at the heart. Take a breath in. Exhale and bend and hook the elbow over the outside of the leg. Try to press your palms to the center of your chest. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, press the left hand down. Look past your left elbow. Deep breath. Take your gaze to the floor. Bring your right hand to the floor so that it's at about 2 o'clock of that left foot. And then lift your left leg. Stretch long through your torso. And then turn your belly to the left, lifting the left arm up in the air, coming into revolved half moon number 2. Back leg lifted. Nice. Very nice. Every inhale, lengthen your spine. Every exhale, turn. Activate your back leg. And then bring your left hand down. Bring your right foot down. Walk your hands back until your right heel can touch down and you're in a pyramid pose. Inhale and look up. Pull your left hip back. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Shift weight from your left foot to your right foot. Scoop your belly in and up as you exhale. If your hands are touching the ground, make them light on the ground. If they're not touching, no problem. Front leg is straight. Let your head relax down. Exhale all the air out and sink into it. Front leg is straight. Okay. Bend your front knee, walk your hands forward, step back into plank. You can always modify your plank, coming onto your elbows and your knees, or both, or neither, or just one. So if you need to do forearm plank, you can do that. If you need to be on your knees, then you still want to be in a plank. So if you're on your knees, it's not a table, it's still a plank, straight line from the knees to the head. Lift your belly up to support your back. Okay, now we'll all roll over onto the tops of the feet. Roll the shoulder blades back. Pivot those inner elbows to face forward. Look up. Nothing is touching except the fronts of the feet and the hands. Breathe long up the front of the body. Curl the toes. Actually, let's do a child's pose. Let's sit on the heels. Fold the arms alongside the body, letting the shoulders rest fully, unless your forehead doesn't touch the ground. If your forehead doesn't touch the ground, you can try taking your knees wider and see if that lets your forehead touch the ground. Really relaxing the arms. Just letting the torso melt onto the thighs. Send the arms forward. Lift your buttocks off your heels. Spread your fingers wide. Keep your hands where they are. Curl the toes. Inhale. And exhale, downward dog. Pressing forward into the pads of the fingers. Sending the hips back. Roll the shoulders down. Press the thighs back. Press the heels down. Drop the head. Feel the breath moving through the length of the spine. And then lift the right leg up, flexing the foot without lifting the right hip up. Press forward through the hands, sending that left heel down. And then lift up through the right heel. That looks good. Maybe drop your left hip again. Yep, that's it. So Teresa, you can just do this. You can even be on your forearms, just still opening that leg. And then on your next inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the foot up between the hands. Bring the back heel onto the ground and lift the body up. So we'll build our pose from the bottom up. So first thing, we want to press that left thigh back and really ground into the left heel. Then we're going to take that imaginary string from the tailbone to the right knee and bring the right knee forward, bringing the tailbone with you. And then aim the left hip for the right knee. Send the arms up. Pull the shoulders down. Lift the chest. Maybe lift the gaze. Warrior one. Keep the legs active. The right thigh, the right knee moving forward, the left thigh pressing back, the tailbone tucking under. Bring the hands together at the heart. Take a breath in. And then exhale, hook the elbow over the thigh. Try to bring the palms toward the heart center. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, turn, pressing the right hand into the left hand. Release the hands, bringing the left hand to the ground at about 10 o'clock of the right foot. Shift your weight into the front foot and hand. Lift the back leg up. Try to get it parallel to the ground. Lengthen forward through the heart, stretching out the spine. And then lift that right arm and turn your belly to the right. Activate your back leg. Lengthen through your inhales. Turn with your exhales. And bring the right hand down. Bring the left foot down. Initially, just the toes will touch, and then walk the hands back until the whole foot comes down. Square off your hips, bringing the right hip back and the left hip forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release over your front leg. Drop your head. Scoop your belly in and up. And take weight out of your hands or fingers if they're touching down. If they're not, then you're good to go. Try to let your spine release down over your leg. So it's not just about folding, it's about lengthening. Front leg is straight. The head relaxes down. Breath in and breath out is your guide. Everything moves with the breath. And then lift your head. Bring your hands forward. Step back into plank. We'll come back into upward dog or whatever variation you're preferring. Rolling onto the fronts of the feet. Rolling your shoulder blades back. Spiraling your inner elbows forward. Looking up, breathing up the front of your body. Thighs and knees off the ground, hips and pelvis off the ground, unless, of course, you're doing a different version. Okay, bring the knees down, curl the toes under, come up into downward dog, and then walk your feet forward. Roll yourself up, reaching the arms up as you inhale. Exhaling down. Then bring the backs of the hands together. Press the elbows down. And circle the hands around each other, keeping them touching and circling. And reverse. Shake the hands out. And relax the arms down. Lift the toes and spread them open and lower them down. Close the eyes if that's comfortable enough. Put a slight bend in the knee, not an actual bend, just not locking the knee. Breathe, belly, ribs, chest. Now bend the knees. Bring weight into your left foot. So play with where you are in space until it feels like your weight is distributed over the bottom of your left foot evenly. So not too much in the front, not too much in the back, not more on the inside or the outside. Perfectly balanced. Opening the eyes, looking at a spot on the ground in front of you, off in the distance in front of you. Feel your breath and keep your mind focused on your breath. If you have any words coming in, try to let them go right away, focusing even more on your breath. The words will disturb your balance. And then when you're ready, put the right ankle on top of the left knee, just above the knee. The left knee is bent. That's what keeps the foot in place. And then you can bring your hands to your foot and your knee, or you can just let them hang, or you can hook that right hand inside that triangle that we've created as we begin to take our eyes from the original spot in toward that left foot, folding forward over the leg. As you exhale, try to draw the back of your navel toward your tailbone. And lift yourself up, release the foot, spreading the toes, coming to standing, knees soft, shoulders relaxed, eyes closed, breath slow and long and deep, mind resting in the breath. And then bend the knees and shift weight into the right foot, finding the perfect place for your torso in space that distributes the weight of your body entirely and evenly across the bottom of your right foot. Open the eyes and find a spot in front of you on the ground, staying connected to the feel of your breath. When you're ready, place your left ankle above your right knee, and then start to fold forward, drawing a line with your eyes toward your right foot, finding whatever position works for your hands. Scooping your belly back toward your tailbone as you exhale. Maybe listening to the sound of your breath. And then come up to standing, releasing the foot down. Inhale, pull the shoulders up. Inhale, pull them up more. Inhale up more. Exhale out of the mouth, drop them down. Again, 3 inhales, 3 lifts. Exhale, drop. Again. One more. Just feel your body standing for a moment. Feel your body breathing. And then inhale, bring the arms up, palms together. Exhale, bend the elbows and lower your thumbs to your upper back. And then reach the elbows up. Feel your ribs expanding, your heart lifting. Good. And then interlace all the fingers except the index fingers. Send those index fingers straight up to the sky. And we're going to go a little bit back and a little bit to the right. So we're going to arch back and go to the right. And then push down into your left foot. Take your gaze up. And come up. And then we're going to go back and to the left. Gazing up, really anchor down into your right foot. So it's not as much of a side bend as we normally do in our regular half moon. It's kind of, you can see how it feels different in your body, where it opens, where it challenges you, what the breath does. And come back up. And then let those index fingers fold over. Bring the hands behind the back of the head. Inhale, send the elbows back. Exhale, fold forward. Let the elbows drop and reach the elbows toward the wall behind you. Inhale, press the back of your head into your hands. Exhale, press your hands forward. Pull your belly in. Push down into your feet. Lift through your thighs. Inhale, head into hands. Exhale, hands into head. Stay with that or any other variation you prefer. Release the hands down to the ground, bending the knees, lowering the buttocks, coming all the way down onto the buttocks. Send the legs out wide. Bring the hands to the ground behind you. Lift your buttocks off the ground and move it forward. Good. And then you might stay here. If you can bring your hands in front of you without rounding your back, then go ahead and do that. Keep your chest lifted. And then just listen for your body's response to the exhale. If on the exhale you're able to hinge forward without rounding your back, go ahead and do so. Hi, kitty. And then inhale and lift the arms up. Hold the arms up. Pull the shoulders down. Press down into the thighs, out through the heels. Bring the hands to the ground behind you, fingers pointing forward. Lean back into your hands. And see if you can lift the legs off the ground. Bring the elbows in toward each other. And then you can take the arms out as well. Lift the heart. Bring the legs forward. Bring the hands down and fold forward. Flex the feet. Relax the arms. Push the backs of the thighs into the ground. Inhale and lengthen the spine. Exhale, belly in, body down. And then on your next inhale, lift yourself up. The arms can stay in front of you. They can come up overhead. They can fold onto your chest. We're going to lower slowly onto our back. Once you've come onto your back, send your arms out to the side. Lift your right leg up in the air. And then try to bring your right foot to your left hand. Turn your head to the right. You can relax your left leg and sink down into your left hip. See if your breath can find its way through and past the twist all the way to that right shoulder. And then relax the right shoulder down. Release the right leg back up in the air. Lower it slowly to the ground. Lift the left leg up in the air. And then try to place the left foot in the right hand. Turn your chest and your gaze to the left. Relax your right leg, sink into your right hip. Breathe into your left shoulder. And then release that left leg up in the air. Slowly lower the leg down. I'm losing everybody today. And then once the leg comes down, hug the knees to the chest. Return the feet to the floor. Lift your hips, tuck your tailbone lower down. Release your legs, shake them out. And then send the arms out to the side. Take a breath in. Exhale out of the mouth. Release the weight of the body into the ground. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the weight of the jaw. Teeth part, lips part. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the activity of the mind. Letting go of thoughts and coming fully present to the breath. And then let go of the breath and just feeling the breath happening on its own. Just paying close but gentle attention to the breath. Not changing it, not judging it, just resting in the knowing of the breath. Deeply relaxed. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rocking side to side. Feeling the ground massaging your back. And then come center, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. Roll to your side, rest your head on your underside arm, rest your body on the ground. Rest your awareness in the sensations that you're feeling in this moment. The sensations of body touching ground and also the sensations interior to the body. And then when you're ready, slowly press yourself up to sitting. Sit any way that you're comfortable. Sinking down through the sit bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands together at your heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me.